Standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. To be standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Standing like a tree with my roots dug down, my branches wide and open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. To be standing like a tree, to be standing like a tree, to be standing like a tree, to be standing like a tree. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. Come down the rain, come down the sun, come down the fruit to the heart that is open. To the heart that is open, to the heart that is open, to be standing like a
Welcome to Bent Mountain, Virginia, and to the Unity Banner presentation. We're here in Bent Mountain today to deliver the Unity Banner, which has been all across Virginia and North Carolina. And some of you may be wondering what the banner looks like or what it is, and so I want to give you a little bit of information about that. My name is Sharon Ponton, and I work for the Blue Ridge Environmental Defense League, and I'm here with my co-worker in Bent Mountain, Mark Barker, who also is our tech guru and executive assistant and community organizer, lots of talents, and we use all of them. So we're happy to have him here with us today. The banner was an idea that came about after the Atlantic Coast Pipeline decided, after Dominion decided that they were going to cancel the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. And while the folks along the Atlantic Coast Pipeline route were extremely happy and excited and danced, in our homes, out in the driveway, wherever we were, I was actually at my brother-in-law's driveway when I saw it on Facebook that had happened. But we wanted to make sure that the people along the Mountain Valley Pipeline route knew that we were not turning our backs on them too. And so there were talks about what kind of celebrations we could have, what could we do, but we were in the middle of a pandemic. And getting face-to-face with people is not particularly a great thing to do right now. So I was in Buckingham with our chapter concerned for the New Generation president, Kathy Mosley, and we started talking about ideas of things we could do, and we came up with this banner. and that we would send it around the state to get signatures and to get messages, and we would bring it to people along the Mountain Valley Pipeline route to make sure that you knew that we had your backs, that we weren't walking away, and that EQT needs to know that too, that now those folks who were fighting the Atlantic Coast Pipeline are also now down here fighting with the MVP folks. So it's twice as many people, and we're coming for you, MVP. We're coming for you. Hey everybody, this is Sharon Ponton. I'm in Buckingham County with Kathy Mosley and John and Ruby Laurie, who are all members of BREDL chapter concerned for the new generation. And they just wanted to share a short message with you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ruby, and I'm glad to be here. And I just wanted to say some words of encouragement to the MVP people, just to let you know that we won our case regarding the ACP, and we want to encourage you and let you know that we are behind you. So keep your head up, don't give up.
John, you or Kathy have anything?
My name is Kathy Mosley, and I would just like to give you some encouragement by saying that they seem to think that we didn't matter. So in order for you to win this fight, you have to go in and show them that you matter, because that's what it's about. Everybody matters. And I just like to let you know that I'm here to help you fight in any way I can. So keep up the good work.
John, do you have anything?
Yes, my name is John W. Laurie, and most important, keep God in the midst through it all. And sometimes the journey seems dark, but He's there with you. Don't give up. Keep the faith.
Okay, thank you guys very much. Then we also have a slideshow of pictures that were taken along the route of the banner, not the pipeline, but the banner, going through Virginia and North Carolina. So I think Mark's trying to get that up for you to see now.
Listen, listen, Mother Earth is crying, and we must listen. Listen, listen, Mother Earth is crying, and we must listen. Destruction, consumption, loving her back is the solution. Destruction, consumption, loving her back is the solution. Listen, listen, Mother Earth is crying, and we must listen. Listen, listen, Mother Earth is crying, and we must listen. Destruction, consumption, loving her back is the solution. Destruction, consumption, loving her back is the solution. Listen, listen, Mother Earth is crying, and we must listen. Listen, listen, Mother Earth is crying, and we must listen. 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 Love for the earth, love for yourself, love for the earth, love for each other.
Okay, that was pretty great pictures from many of the places that the banner went. And so I'm going to do a little slide, a little PowerPoint right now. So go ahead and go to the first slide. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I thanked everybody because there were lots of groups along the way who participated. Of course, Blue Ridge and our chapters, and Virginia Pipeline Resistors, Green New Deal Virginia, Clean Water for North Carolina, 350 Loudon and 350 Triangle, the Sierra Club, Virginia Chapter, Friends of Augusta. I'll come back to Artivism in a minute. C5, the Charles City County Concerned Citizens, Moms Out Front, Food and Water Watch, and the indigenous peoples of the Lumbee and Occaneechi Saponi tribes. And I wanted to come back to Artivism for just a minute because the music that you've heard today is, we were allowed to use that from the Sunsing Collective and Artivism Virginia. So I want to thank Kay Ferguson and Josh Fana for giving us access to the music today. Go ahead, next slide. So, and then there were some people that needed to be thanked. These are folks who hosted the banner in different places. And Stacy Lovelace deserves extra credit because she got the banners from Virginia into North Carolina and then back to Virginia and saved lots of time for others of us who were doing this, who were working on things about the banner. So I really appreciate all of the people who stood up and hosted, and we really do appreciate your efforts on behalf of this effort, this project. Next slide, Therese. So altogether, there were 16 stops, 10 in Virginia and 6 in North Carolina. The North Carolina tour was a bit interrupted because they had the hurricane and then they had an earthquake all in the same week. So it was a little stressful for folks in North Carolina during the banner tour. Well, we got hundreds of signatures from folks who have been fighting pipelines, activists, regular people, landowners, all along the route of the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. And we also had some elected officials who made the effort to come sign the banner in one of the locations. And I just thought that we should recognize that they made that effort. So with Senator Jennifer Boysko, Hashmi, and delegates Keene, Guzman, Ibrahim Samara, I was going to say his name wrong, and Dan Helmer were the folks, the elected officials who made that effort to come and sign the banner in support of the Mountain Valley Pipeline fighters. And I think that's a big deal for them to make that effort, because they sure didn't have to take time out of their day to go do that. Next slide, please. So there were a couple of signatures on the banners. There are a lot of wonderful messages on the banners. But there were a couple of signatures on the banners that said something to me specifically. This is Sarah Ray, a picture of Sarah Ray. She was an ACP pipeline fighter from Nelson County. She passed away. She started what was called the Pipeline Education Group and carted around huge notebooks full of information about gas pipelines. Everywhere we went, she and Eleanor were there with all the information you'd ever want to find on gas pipelines, and she was just wonderful. She was feisty woman, little, but boy, oh boy, you wouldn't want to tangle with her. And she passed away during the pipeline fight. And her family they lived in Mechanicsville, and they came to one of the Richmond stops and signed the banner in her honor. And that was very, very touching to me. And so I wanted to share that with you today. Next slide, Therese. There we go. And I think most everybody knows who this is, Reverend Robert Gilday. At least in Virginia, I know that you know who he is. He was a part of the Interfaith Alliance for Climate Justice, worked with Weston Matthews. They raised a lot of money for the fight along both the Atlantic Coast and the Mountain Valley pipelines. And he passed away very unexpectedly last December and has left a hole in many hearts in Virginia. Wonderful man, offered love and light always, and we miss him. And Weston, when the pipeline tour went to the Plains, Virginia, Weston signed it for both himself and Robert. Next slide, Teresa. So, what is a Unity Banner? What is this Unity Banner? It is really nothing more than fabric and paint and words. That's really all it is, right? But this banner comes from a place of love. And people think that love is weakness. Love is not weakness. Love is strength. And love in numbers, when we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, side by side, is unbeatable. So we offer the banner to you today. With respect for all of the work that you have done, because you guys have put up with so much along the Mountain Valley Pipeline, landowners and activists, and the environment in general has been destroyed by EQT and the Mountain Valley Pipeline construction. And you have put up with so much. So you have met with much more than those of us along the Atlantic Coast Pipeline in Virginia and North Carolina, because they only had about 15 miles of the Atlantic Coast Pipeline built in West Virginia and 5 or 10 miles in North Carolina. None of it in Virginia at all. So we have not faced, did not face, will not ever face the same devastation that landowners and communities along the Mountain Valley Pipeline have faced. So the banner is here as a symbol of respect, a symbol of the courage that has been shown by the people who have been fighting, and a symbol of love and solidarity. So we're going to get the banner out real quickly, but in the meantime, while we're doing that, Mark, you can do the Josh Vanna song if you would, and we're going to get the banner out for everybody to see while that's playing, and we'll be right back.
I'll take you to the river, tell you what I see. I see the truth in the water, shining back at me. Everything in time, since the world began, feel it breathing in the air, feel it buried in the land. I'll take you to the river, tell you what I hear. I hear the thunder in the distance, I hear the river say a prayer. Here come that company man, here come that big machine, here come the murder of the mountain, here come the in-between. I'll take you to the river, I'll take you to the truth. And life is water running through you. take you to the truth. See the river come down. Watch your car through the country, roll right into town. Everything in time, running through our veins. We got the river running through us. No river runs in vain. I'll take you to the river. I'll take you to the truth. Every life is a warning running through you. What are you gonna hold to? What are you gonna do? I'll take you to the river. I'll take you to the truth. I'll take you to the river. I'll take you to the truth. Every life is a warning running through you. What are you gonna hold to? What are you gonna do? I'll take you to the river. I'll take you to the truth. I'll take you to the river. I'll take you to the truth. I'll take you to the river. Tell you what I hear. I hear the thunder in the distance. I hear the river say, pray.
Okay, and so here we are back at Big Mountain, and this is the banner that was signed, and my husband and child put the two pieces from North Carolina and Virginia together. Can everybody see it? Yep. Everybody can see it? You can see the banner? Okay, cool. So, Mary Beth, you want to make a couple of remarks? This is Mary Beth Coffey from Preserve Bent Mountain. She's kind of only a little bit taller than the banner. So why don't you come around in front?
On behalf of our precious Bent Mountain community and our enlightened sisters and brothers to our northwest and to our southeast along the proposed MVP pipeline route, I offer you this heartfelt thanks. This beautiful, mindfully created symbol of solidarity, benevolently handcrafted and signed by dozens of water protectors, certainly celebrates the deep human connections forged during our combined efforts to fight against environmental and social injustices wrought by these corporate polluters. We know you have and will continue to have our backs, and for that we are truly grateful. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
So I want to thank everybody for participating today in our banner presentation, and we'll see you soon. Love you guys. Thanks for being here.
And this is Therese, and I'm gonna take a personal privilege. and just want to thank my friend and coworker, Sharon. Don't you tell Johnny Ponton. Tearing up again. For this visionary idea, and I know how many sleepless nights she had, and so thank you all for coming, and many kudos to Sharon.
Hi guys, thanks for being here. Love you.